जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि मां लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि मां मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि मां मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम्
गुरु साई हिकारी नो नाका नि तमाशी नो नाका नि आई ओतोकु गुरु साई हिकारी नो नाका नि तमाशी नो नाका नि आई ओतोकु गुरु साई minaनो kagayaki kono ozo
dari zaman ke zaman menjelma,
dari zaman ke zaman menjelma,
dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama,
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma,
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
jika kejahatan merajalela,
Jika kejahatan merajalela,
jika kejahatan merajalela,
jika kejahatan merajalela,
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya,
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya,
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya.
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya.
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama,
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma,
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma,
Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
jika kejahatan merajalela,
Jika kejahatan merajalela,
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya,
dan kebajikan tiada berdaya.
oh pelindung Dharma Sai Rama.
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 Dari zaman ke zaman menjelma.
आशीर्वादय नवगन्ये आदरये महिमय पतुरन्ये उभ आशीर्वादय नवगन्ये अपदिव्य दशं प्रियगिरदिन्ये नमदिमुसादरयन् देविदुन्ये नमदिमुसादरयन् देविदुन्ये देव्यानुभवमय साई स्वामिनी अभयमगयुमकरमन साई स्वामिनी अंदुरिन् विरिदुव प्रेमरेदमिन् पुरवा भक्तिय दसत पतुरनु मनवी पुरवा भक्तिय दसत पतुरनु मनवी पुरवा भक्तिय दसत पतुरनु मनवी
Om Shri Sai Ram. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, wishing everyone a happy Buddha Poornima. Konbanwa.
My name is Yuri Saidipa Hira.
My name is Tomo Hira. We are from Japan.
On behalf of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to this year's virtual Buddha Poornima celebration.
Our program will begin with the lighting ceremony by Dr. Narendranath Reddy, Chairman of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization. This will be accompanied by a Vedam recital chanted by the devotees from Japan.
After the ceremony, you will hear the song Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, sung in the melodious voices of Sai young adults from Far Eastern countries. Jai Sai Ram.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Sharanam Gacchami, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami.
Om Shri Sai Ram, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. I am Dr. Sathya Jogulu, Young Adult Coordinator and Medical Director of Zone 4 countries, and I am from Malaysia. Today, I am honored to introduce to you the first speaker of the day, Brother Manoj Kumar Singh, who is the Chairman of Zone 4 countries of Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, to give his welcoming speech. Brother Manoj started his professional career as a marine engineer after graduating from DMET, India. He obtained his first-class engineer license from the Ministry of Transport, India, and sailed as chief engineer on ships across the globe. After doing ship management of ships for 25 years at present, he serves as a consultant engineer. Let us welcome Brother Manoj Kumar Singh.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Swami. Wishing all brothers and sisters a happy and a holy Buddha Poornima, which is also known as Vishakha Puja Day. We used to celebrate this event at Puttaparthi for many years. It is my great honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to celebrate this event on a virtual platform on the theme, the key to real happiness is Tri-Ratna Sharanam. Tri-Ratna means the three jewels, and they are the Lord Buddha, his teaching, and the Sangha. Sharanam means to take refuge. Normally people take refuge under a powerful man to avoid danger. But still, they cannot avoid pain, old age, sickness, and death. But by following Lord Buddha's Eightfold Path, we can remove all this and live happy. Lord Buddha did sadhana for many years to find the reason for human suffering. And he said, in this world, there is suffering. We have to find the reason for suffering, and then we have to end the suffering, and there is a path to end the suffering. And these are called the Four Noble Truths. Lord Buddha taught this to everybody in a very simple way. Once, Lord Buddha was stationed at a village, and every day he used to pass through a field where a farmer used to work. He will inquire the farmer, "What are you doing today?" And farmer will lovingly reply, "I am praying to cloud gods for rain. Today, I am plowing the field. Today, I am sowing the field." One day, the farmer came to Lord Buddha and said, "Sir, you're very kind and loving to me. I want to make you partner. I want to give part of my produce to you." Lord Buddha smiled and walked away. But it so happened that the day before he was going to cut the crops, heavy storm came and all the crops were destroyed. The farmer felt very sad. He came home and started crying, and he stopped eating. Lord Buddha came to his house and asked the reason for his crying. And then Buddha said, "Oh farmer, if you know the root of your fear and misery, you will not feel so bad. Your crying, your misery springs from the attachment. Attachment to your thoughts, attachment to your crops, and attachment to me. The moment you remove the attachment, your fear will go." Brothers and sisters, our Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba has also taught the similar teachings. He has told us to reduce our desire. He has told us to live in the world, but don't let the world live in us. Brothers and sisters, on this day, let's ponder on these teachings and lead a happy life. I hope that this program will give you further more insights as we go along. Sai Ram.
Sharanam gacchami, Buddham Sharanam gacchami.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I am Rupini Padmanabhan from Malaysia. Our next item is the offerings of Vibhuti and Prasadam by children of the countries in Zone 4 and Zone 5 of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization. This will be followed by the bathing ceremony of Lord Buddha's statue by devotees from Indonesia and Thailand.
Marathirekha Mariyum कान्ति सुधन्त लीना चितवा मुनिन्दो तं तेजसा भवतु ते जय मङ्गलानि नालागिरिं गजवरम् अतिमत्तभूतम् दावहि चक्रमसनीव सुधारुणं विधिना जितवा मुनिन्दो तं तेजसा भवतु ते जय मङ्गलानि।
Om Shri Sai Ram. I am Kamini Rajasingham, the Secretary for Zone 4, and I am from Malaysia. Now, let us take you back in history to the 7th century at Central Java, Indonesia, to show you the world's largest Buddhist temple located at Borobudur. You will be delighted to know some insights revealed by the statue's leading man on the path to Nirvana.
I am not just a cold, mossy, lifeless, neatly arranged, towering chunk of stones. I have stood firmly here, witnessing the journey of 1400 years of history. I was born from the holy vision of Gunadharma during Sailendra dynasty. People then call me Chandi. My body is encrusted with stupas, decorated with relief walls full of meaning. By my people, I am made a landmark of glory, majesty, and a heirloom of archipelago civilization. The Buddhists made me a holy place for worship, enlightenment, and spreading Dharma. I am the famous Chandi Borobudur. The first time the feet rest on the base of mandala, the eyes are forced to focus on the cosmological reflected beauty of the universe. But when walking step by step down the stairs, the eyes turn to look at the soul. In tune with the echoes of life's prayer beads towards nirvana. Borobudur, is the place where light shines for the universe, a place where pure souls are enlightened, the place where Buddha is on the throne. When crossing the hallways of Borobudur, the reliefs engraved on the walls are greetings with their own words. Every stroke conveys Buddha's Dharma teachings. Borobudur, the ancestral land heritage where architecture is not just about culture, but reveals the main purpose of human life. Chandi Borobudur, supported by World Buddhist Brotherhood, came from many directions, united in one goal. They sat in a circle wrapped in a blanket of deep silence, behind hundreds of stupas, religious nuances. Now I have revealed the soul of the stones, carved and named Chandi Borobudur. Behind the beauty of the cosmological reflection of the universe, Tri-Ratna animates existence. On the holy day of Buddha Poornima, the bright light of the full moon does not only illuminate the darkness of the world. As the light flashes beautifully in every hallway and niche of Borobudur stupas, penetrating the consciousness of human souls. Tri-Ratna, the path to enlightenment. The light of Buddha Poornima.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Namaste. I am Vibhuti Kharel from Nepal. We will take you to Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, showing the rituals that takes place amid melodious singing, which will be followed by a trip to the land of thunder dragon called Jokyo, commonly known to the world as Bhutan. We will also show the Paro Tatsang Monastery, a famous Buddhist attraction of Bhutan.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Buddha Jayanti or Buddha Poornima is considered as an important day for Buddhists. This day marks the advent, enlightenment, and Mahaparinirvana of Gautama Buddha. Buddha Poornima is also the day where sage Sumida prayed to Dipanka Buddha for enlightenment, and a prediction was made that he will incarnate as Sakyamuni Buddha. It is also said that on this day, Gautama Buddha granted darshan by levitating in the air and spreading the dust of his feet onto the devotees. Behind is the Maya Devi temple of Lumbini in Nepal. This is the birthplace of Gautama Buddha. Every year, a special puja is performed here. This is done by worshipping his teachings, remembering them, and making offerings as a gratitude. This is in contrary to worshipping the statue of Lord Buddha. We now bring you to the Maya Devi temple where the puja is conducted. There is an inscription in the temple which reads as follows. King Asoka, the beloved of the gods, in the 20th year of his reign, himself made a royal visit to this temple. Shakyamuni Buddha was born here. The birth spot marker stone was worshipped and a stone pillar was erected. The Lord having been born here, the tax of the Lumbini village was reduced to the 8th part only. The puja commenced with the lighting of oil lamps. We then have the chanting of Buddhist sutras and the singing of Narisihagata dedicated to Lord Buddha.
Chakavaram Kitarata Supado Lakkana Mandita Ayata Panhi Chamara Chatta Vibhusita Pado Isahituila Pitana Rasiho Sathya Kumara Varo Sukumaro Lakkana Tintita Punya Sariro Lokahitaya Gato Narariyo Isahituiha Pitana Rasiho Punna Sasankarivo Mukhavanno Devanarana Priyo Naranago Vattagajinda Vilasita Gami Isahituira Pitana Rasiho Katira Samvara Gagunino Deva Manusa Navasita Pado Sila Samadhi Pati Tita Chindo Isahituiha Pitana Rasiho Ayata Yutta Susantita Naso Gopa Mukho Avi Nila Sunetho Indadano Avi Nila Mamuko Isahituiha Pitana Rasiho Vatta Sumanta Susantita Givo Siha Hanumika Raja Sariro Kanchana Suchaviyuttama Vanno Isahituiha Pitana Rasiho Sunita Sugam Lira Manju Sugoso Hingula Banta
Bhutan is a tiny and remote kingdom nestling in the Himalayas, engulfed between the two giants, India and China. The country stretches from subtropical valleys and plains to vast snow-capped mountain ranges. The Bhutanese name for Bhutan is Rukyul, meaning Land of the Thunder Dragon. The Kingdom of Bhutan is a tranquil nation with a mere population of 700,000 people. Where gross national happiness is valued more than gross national product. Bhutan is diverse in its ancient cultures, beautiful landscapes, and magnificent architecture. One of the most remarkable places of interest in Bhutan is the Paro Taksang Monastery. As the legend entails, Paro Taksang Monastery, situated at 3,120 meters above sea level, was consecrated by the Indian Guru Padmasambhava, more popularly referred to as Guru Rinpoche in Bhutan. He is also known to be the first to introduce Buddhism in the country during the 8th century AD. It has long been believed that the all-powerful Guru himself lived in this cave on the back of a tigress to subdue a demon, thus bearing its popular name, the Taksang, meaning tiger's nest. Here Guru Padmasambhava, according to the folklore, meditated for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and 3 hours, precisely after which he manifested himself into 8 different forms signifying various aspects of Buddhism. Later, this particular cave, where the Guru meditated, was further embellished with the story of Tenzin Rabge, who took the initiative to build a monastery over it in 1692. It has also been argued by many that Guru Rinpoche himself had reincarnated as Tenzin Rabge. Since then, many renowned Buddhist monks from within the country and Tibet have meditated in the caves of Taksang from the 8th century onwards. In the year 1998, Paro Taksang succumbed to an unfortunate fire outbreak, losing most of its preserved relics and artifacts. Through the royal command, the restoration works began and was completed in the year 2005. Therefore, Paro Taksang is considered one of the most notable tourist hotspots in Bhutan, given its history through the time immemorial.
Sharanam gacchami, Dhammam sharanam gacchami.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan. Loving Sai Ram to all you dear brothers and sisters, our energetic young adults and the beautiful Sai children. I am Dr. Jagannathan from Sri Lanka, Central Coordinator for Region 2. Dear all, real happiness is union with God. This is what our beloved Bhagavan has taught us. The theme for this year's Buddha Poornima celebration is the key to this real happiness is Tri-Ratna Sharanam. What do we mean by Tri-Ratna Sharanam? It is to surrender or go for refuge into the triple gems, that is the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha. The Buddha here in our context does not mean we take refuge in his idol or his physical body, but actually it refers to the highest level of consciousness which Lord Buddha attained when he got the enlightenment. The Dhamma refers to Lord Buddha's teaching, and the Sangha is the order of the monks. Here in our context, it includes all those who have determined to follow the path of Lord Buddha and take refuge in the triple gems. So, to go for refuge in the triple gems means that the moment we decide to do this, all our fear, our anguish, our defilement, our sorrow and sufferings vanish from us. And we make a firm determination that we will follow the Buddha's path for realization of this real happiness. Dear brothers and sisters, to enlighten us more deeply into this subject and into the theme for this year's Buddha Poornima celebrations, we have with us Dr. Narendranath Reddy, Chairman of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization and Chairman of the International Medical Committee of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization. Dr. Narendranath Reddy is a medical specialist in endocrinology. He is a fellow of the American College of Physicians and a fellow of the American College of Endocrinologists. He received gold medals for outstanding academic achievements in pre-medical undergraduate program and was awarded the Physicians Achievements Award by the American Medical Association and the Volunteer of the Year Award by the Beverly Enterprises Organization for providing volunteer services to the elderly. 4 generations of Dr. Reddy's family have been followers of our beloved Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, with Dr. Narendranath himself having come to Baba at his age of 5. He and his family have been hosting a Sathya Sai Center for the last 30 years or more. Dear all, it is my pleasure and privilege now to invite Dr. Narendranath Reddy to deliver his keynote address on this auspicious occasion of the Buddha Poornima celebrations of the Sathya Sai International Organization. Jai Sai Ram.
Nayatmanaya vidmahe Sai Buddhaya dhimahi Tanno Shanta prachodayat. With love, gratitude and reverence, I offer my prayerful pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest, sweetest and loving Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you. I wish all of you a happy and holy Buddha Poornima filled with love, peace and bliss. This is a special day. It is a thrice blessed day. This is the day Lord Buddha took birth in Lumbini, which is in the present day Nepal, and this is the day when Prince Siddhartha became the enlightened Buddha in Bodha Gaya under a Bodhi tree. And this is the day Lord Buddha took Parinirvana in Kushinagar. In this context, there is another holy site we need to remember called Sarnath. This is about 9 kilometers from Varanasi, and this is where he gave his first sermon. Whenever there is the decline in the practice of dharma, the Lord incarnates from age to age. And when there was mainly people caught up in ritualistic practices and there was animal sacrifices, the Lord Buddha incarnated to teach man the path of love, compassion and non-violence. He taught the greatest practice is non-violence. He said, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. This non-violence is not just in the deeds. It should be non-violence at the thought level, not to hurt anybody by thoughts, and not to hurt anybody by our words, and not to hurt anybody by the deeds. His life was his message. He was a Hindu prince, and once he was in his 20s, late 20s, one day along with his charioteer Chennai, he went into the city. And that was the turning day of his life. He saw 4 sights. First, he saw an old man bent over with a stick. And then he came across a scene where there was a man suffering in pain because of sickness. Then he saw a dead body being carried away to the cremation ground. He was moved. He thought, what is going to happen to the person? We are going to go through old age, sickness and death. Then he comes across a beautiful sight, a young monk, calm, serene, with a happy and smiling face. This changed his quest for truth. He developed dispassion. He realized that life is temporary and full of pain. So at once he developed this vairagya, the detachment, and next step is the renunciation. That is what he did. He renounced the kingdom, he renounced his family and all the material comforts in search of the ultimate truth. He went to the forest, he did a lot of meditation, austerities under the guidance of great masters and saints and sages. He did intense tapas and he fasted. What happened? He did not realize the truth. In place of that, he got emaciated, weak, and hungry. Then he realized this is not the way. Meanwhile, a wonderful devotee by name Sujata brought payas, which is a sweet rice pudding. So he ate it, got some energy, and then he practiced the self-enquiry. Who am I? Then he realized, finally with enquiry, I am I. He became the enlightened Buddha. The Prince Siddhartha became Lord Buddha. And then he realized extremes of any spiritual practice is not good. Either self-mortification or self-gratification in excess is not the way. He taught middle path. Even Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says same thing. Yukta ahara viharasya. That means we need to have moderation as spiritual seeker, moderation in food, moderation in sleep, moderation in activity and recreation. That means too much food, too little food is not good. Too much sleep or sleep deprivation is not good. Too much activity or inaction is not good. This is the middle path. So in his sermon, the Lord Buddha taught 4 noble truths. The first noble truth is life is full of suffering and it is temporary. Kshenikam, kshenikam, dukkham, dukkham. The same thing which Lord Krishna said, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Next one, he says, noble truth is, the cause of this suffering is desire, tanha. And even Swami many times said, man minus desire is equal to God. So that is the second noble truth. Then third noble truth is, yes, there is a cessation of suffering. You can stop this suffering. That is called nirodha. And finally, the path, the fourth noble truth is the path to the cessation of suffering. That is the Eightfold Path. Here, I would emphasize 5 points which Swami said. First is samyak bhavana, that means good thinking. Samyak drishti, good vision. Samyak shravanam, good hearing. Samyak vak, good words, good speech. Samyak karma, good deeds. That is why Swami beautifully summarized, think good, think no evil. See good, see no evil. Hear good, hear no evil. Speak good, speak no evil. Do good, do no evil. This is the way to God. So Swami was emphasizing, just we practice this, we will attain divinity. Here we said Buddha's life was his message. There are 2 beautiful incidents which shows how he lived in love, divine love. The first is the incidents of Devadatta. He was his cousin who hated him, who even tried to kill him. He threw boulders on him and he sent mad elephants to kill him and even shot arrows at him. So he was so much in hating Lord Buddha. This Devadatta one time was sick and was in his deathbed. Then Lord Buddha, even against the advice of his disciples, visits the Devadatta, sits next to his bedside and tells him, if I love you like I love my own son Rahul, he will get up and walk. And lo and behold, he gets up and walks. This is divine love, giving and forgiving, giving and forgiving. Next incident is that of a Anguli Mala. It means he has a necklace full of made with thumbs. He was a very cruel person, but unfortunately that happened to be due to an unfortunate turn of events in his life. So this man has cut the thumbs of 999 people. And then finally the 1000th thumb was that of his mother he was going after. That is the great heinous sin. Lord Buddha, embodiment of love and compassion, wanted to save him. So he embraced him and by his divine love transformed him. Then this Angulimala becomes a follower of Lord Buddha and becomes his disciple and great monk, and he attained parinirvana. Actually, there is a sutta called Angulimala Sutta. This is the power of divine love, which we need to learn from Lord Buddha. Here in the Buddhism, there is a wonderful message of Tri-Ratna Sharanam. That means refuge in the three jewels. What are those? First one is Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in Lord Buddha. Second one is Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in Dharma. Dhamma is teachings of Lord Buddha, how to practice Dharma. Third one is Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the order of monks and nuns, which subsequently extended to all the followers of Lord Buddha's teaching, the society. But our Swami, as usual, gives a higher meaning. He says, when you say Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, you take refuge in your buddhi so that it is used for fundamental discrimination, wherein you use your buddhi to do the highest good for all. Next, the Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami. He said, you use the buddhi so that you walk in the path of Dharma, the right conduct, righteous way of living. Then next is Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Why do you do that? So that we serve the society, help the society, transform the society. That is the purpose. And he summarized Swami beautifully in 3 sentences. One is Sangha Niti. That means the morality in society. Second is Papa Bhiti, fear of sin. Third is Daiva Priti, love for God. This is what we should have, really want to experience divinity and bliss. Then in one of the latest divine discourses in 2006, Swami said in the Buddha Poornima, another Tri-Ratna, 3 jewels, he gave it to all of the Buddhists and to the whole humanity. First one is Satyam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in truth because truth is God. Second, he says, Ekam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the oneness, in the unity. And third is Premam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the love, divine love. So, these are the greatest 3 jewels. If you practice, our life will be redeemed. I pray to Swami to bless us so that we dedicate our life for truth and live in love and experience that oneness, which is Advaita Darshanam Jnanam. The wisdom is really experiencing that oneness. I pray to Swami to shower his love, grace and blessings on all of us on this auspicious day of Buddha Poornima. Jai Sai Ram.
Education in human values is the core mission of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The Sri Sathya Sai International Organization has established a total of 44 Sathya Sai schools throughout the world. The children of the Sathya Sai School of Thailand will now perform a dance title I Want Money.
Superstar, 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 superstar. I want money, I want a car, I wanna be a superstar, 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 superstar. I'll get things as I desire, people surround me to admire. I want money, I want a car, I wanna be a superstar.
Life's not smooth as you think it may. Sorrow follows joy, making bumpy way. Treat them alike, let not your mind sway. Nothing comes for free, to get one must pay. With hard work and perspire, you must find what you require. You aspire, you require, you aspire.
Breakfast in London, summer at Spain, moving around the world in my plane. Shopping in Paris, golfing at Queens, partying all night with my friends.
Joy is not in things, it is a state of mind. Cut short the needs, and sure you will find. It's not in money, nor in goods and cars. Look deep in your heart, do not go so far. The day you believe, the day you unwind, joy will never leave your mind. You need no money, nor any car, neither do you wanna be a star. The day you believe, the day you unwind, joy will never leave your mind. You need no money, nor any car, neither do you wanna be a star. 'Cause you are now a mega star.
Oh, I need no money, nor any car, I am today a mega star, mega star, mega star, mega star, mega star.
Om Sai Ram. My name is Ashok Sukrani and I'm the Zone Chair for Zone 5 countries. I hope you've been enjoying this online Buddha Poornima program and there's much more ahead for you. Tri-Ratna Sharanam, the triple jewels in Buddhism, are a means to achieve mukti or liberation and to achieve the purpose of one's life, nirvana. In a divine discourse on the 15th of May 1996 during the Buddha Poornima celebration in Prasanthi Nilayam, Bhagwan said that to uphold Dharma, one has to use one's buddhi, the enlightened intellect, and engage in society. In a further discourse on the 30th of May 2006, also during the Buddha Poornima celebration in Prasanthi Nilayam, Bhagwan gave 3 additional prayers for Buddhists and non-Buddhists. He said, Satyam Sharanam Gacchami, Ekam Sharanam Gacchami, and Premam Sharanam Gacchami. Happiness lies within us. It is said that bliss emerges from self-enlightenment. And this brings to mind what Bhagwan always said, happiness is union with God. Our next item is a talk by Dr. Masaki Kukubo from Japan. He graduated from the Medical University in 1978, and he is currently a specialist in surgery in a public hospital in Japan. He came to Bhagwan in 1994, and he explains that he learned the true meaning of life from Sri Sathya Sai Baba. He is currently the Vice President of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization of Japan. I present to you Dr. Kukubo. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram。バガバン・シリ・サテヤ・サイババ様の蓮華の御足に愛を込めてお祈りを捧げます。そして、このような貴重な機会をお与えくださった関係者の皆様、並びに故シリニバーサン氏に感謝の祈りをお捧げします。今から25年前、日本人グループがインタビューに呼ばれたことがありました。その時ババ様は、日本は仏教の国ですね、とおっしゃり、ブッダンシャラナンガッチャーミと三啓門を美しい旋律で唱えられたそうです。日本人はブッダの教えを学び、実践していきなさいというババ様からのありがたいお言葉と感じました。ババ様のおっしゃるように、日本と仏教とは切っても切れない関係にあります。1400年前、聖徳太子という方が日本初の憲法を制定されました。その第1条は、和をもって尊しとなす。第2条は、厚く三法を敬え。三法とは、仏法僧なりというものです。今回のテーマの三啓門のことです。この憲法により、日本人の心に仏教が深く根を下ろすことになりました。仏教から来る和の精神は、日本特有の武道、華道、茶道などに見出すことができます。例えば日本武道では、勝ち負けの結果を求めません。勝敗は師範の勝負あった、それまでという言葉のみであり、どちらが勝ったとは言わないのです。負けた者は参りましたと言い、勝った者は喜びをあらわにしません。勝ちはこれからの幸せを保証するものではなく、負けがずっと不幸せを意味するものではないからです。相手を敬う心と不動の精神が日本武道の根底には流れています。この精神は一般の人々にも息づいています。2011年の東北大震災では、被災者はきちんと列を守り、暴動の素振りもなかったことに世界中から称賛の声が上がりました。また、沖縄の象徴ともいえる首里城の火災では、わずか3日間で1億円以上の寄付金が集まったのです。日本は昔、大いなる和の国、大和と呼ばれていましたが、この和の精神も残念ながら最近は影を潜める傾向にあります。グローバリズムの中で経済市場主義が日本人の心を汚染してしまったからです。このような状況下にあって私たちサイ・オーガニゼーションが果たすべき役割とは何でしょうか。ババ様はこうおっしゃいます。あなた方が広めるべきは私の名前ではありません。広めるべきは霊性修行の喜びであり、サットサンから来る平安です。と。ですから私たち一人一人が三啓門を実践し、調和あるオーガニゼーションを実現していかなければなりません。一体性の模範になること。それが日本に和の精神を蘇らせる原動力になるのではないかと感じているところです。Jai Sai Ram。
Our next program is a skit put together by the students of the Sathya Sai School of Nepal titled Help Ever, Hurt Never. This will be followed by a Buddhist song rendered by the Sathya Sai Baba Saputih Choir of Malaysia.
गच्छामि ब्रह्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि ब्रह्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि बुद्ध शास्त्रा क्षमा गुणा जीवन हुन्छ ठुलो बुद्ध शास्त्रा क्षमा गुणा जीवन हुन्छ ठुलो ज्ञान बाडी हिँड्दै जानु ज्ञान बाडी हिँड्दै जानु कीर्ति त्यही हो ठुलो प्रज्ञाशील समाधिको मूल मन्त्र ठुलो प्रज्ञाशील समाधिको मूल मन्त्र ठुलो बुद्धवाणी साक्षी राखी बुद्धवाणी साक्षी राखी मन पार्नु ठुलो अपकार हुन्न ठुलो उपकार नै शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि
Jai Sai Ram. I am Prashina Sadarangani from Hong Kong. We will now have a sharing by His Holiness Drubwang Sori Dechen Rinpoche on his experiences during Buddha Poornima in the year 2007. This will be followed by a story titled The Clay Buddha from Thailand. Jai Sai Ram.
Rashi Delek and Namaste and greetings to all of you throughout the world who are devotees of Sri Sathya Sai Ram. I had the most privilege and honor opportunity in 2007 to meet him in Puttaparthi. He have invited me from United States to visit his ashram to give a little lecture and little teachings. And this great opportunity had the most privilege to meet this great saint in this era. And after my lecture, he called me to his place and present me this a special gift with this special ring, and witnessed by thousands of people. And he spoke to me with such an incredible language that they didn't need any words of any other language of a human. We discussed and we talked a few seconds, and that was the miracle what we have received, what he have bestowed a blessing upon us. And it was the honor and privilege in my lifetime. And to talk about Tri-Ratna and the happiness, I think the Tri-Ratna is in the Buddhism, we say Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. And in short, when we think about the Guru, that very Guru is the representative of the past of all the Buddhas and the future of all the Buddhas. That very present moment, he is the one who is representing all three times. And these devotions only could be able to rise when we realize that they are guiding us in the right path and leads to the ultimate happiness, to the truth. And protecting us to not to wander in this samsara, closing all the doors which could lead us to the lower realms. And that is the greatest kindness and compassionate that bestowed upon us by these gurus, like your gurus, Sathya Sai Ram, who have shown this great kindness and compassion to all the devotees of his. And I say that when you realize that is the ultimate happiness.
When you travel to Thailand, people visit many Buddhist statues and temples. In Bangkok, there is a very old Buddhist temple which had a Buddha statue made of special clay. It was lying in a deserted tin shade for 20 years, and very few people used to visit. But suddenly, this temple has become very famous and millions visit every year. Why? A shocking incident took place on 25th May 1955. This Buddha statue was being shifted to a new location. Cranes were employed to lift the clay Buddha statue. But while lifting, the rope snapped, The Buddha statue fell hard on the ground. Cracks appeared all over. The chief monk of the temple was heartbroken. But when the cracks were examined, people were amazed to see the sparkling gold inside the cracks. The clay was removed and everyone was stunned to see the inside. A magnificent Buddha made of pure gold. Yes, every ounce of it is pure gold. Today, this temple is famous as Golden Buddha Temple of Thailand. After studies, it was revealed that this Golden Buddha was made around 14th century. But to protect it from being taken away by invaders, the monks cover it with clay. Many hundreds of years had passed. People forgot that the clay Buddha, which lying into this temple, is made of gold. This story has an inspiring and life-changing message for us. We all have a golden Buddha inside us, just like pure sparkling gold. To protect ourselves from the outer world, we have covered it with a poor image of ourselves. We have covered it with doubt, fear, and guilt. We forgot our real divine nature. We need to release ourselves from the plaster of our limitations. These limitations are our lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, and jealousy. Let us remove this plaster. Let our true personality shine in the brilliance of love, compassion, and bliss. We have taken many births and deaths like the Buddha covered in this plaster. Let the shocking incident of breaking the plaster take place now. Let us realize that we are born with a greater purpose to know our true nature. Let the Buddha within us shine in its full glory, like the way it is shining at the Golden Buddha Temple of Thailand.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Aibovan. Vanakkam. I'm Saima from Sri Lanka. The SSSIO has been celebrating Buddha Poornima in the presence of our beloved Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Now we will take you back to those magnificent moments of celebrations. This will be followed by a skit titled Discovering the Inner Buddha, which will be performed by the young adults of Singapore.
Sugato Lokavido Anutaro Purisa Dhammasarati Sattha Deva Manusana.
Sharanam gacchami, Satyam Sharanam gacchami.
Sai Ram everybody, happy Buddha Poornima. Welcome to another edition of the Chetty Buddhi Show with me, your Chetty Buddhi. Today I'm very happy to introduce our guest, Dr. Consciousness, here to give answers to your questions. Sai Ram, Dr. Consciousness.
Sai Ram, thanks Buddhi. Happy to be here, although I'm really everywhere.
Okay, let's get down to it then. Our first question is from disgruntled bhajan singer. Dear Dr. Consciousness, I am the best bhajan singer in my center, and yet for Buddha Poornima zonal bhajans, my audition tape to lead was rejected and I was asked to chorus instead. I practiced so hard, I feel extremely angry. What do I do? End of question.
Next question.
Okay. Our second question is from Castaway Coordinator. Dear Dr. Consciousness, I am a senior devotee of Sathya Sai Baba, diligently organizing satsangs for 25 years. Yesterday, our convener asked me to hand over the satsang coordination to a youth. What wisdom could that boy have, who has never even seen Swami over my years of personal interaction with the Lord? Satsangs were my one opportunity to serve Swami. I feel extremely slighted. What do I do? End of question.
Next question.
Dr. Consciousness, these are questions from our viewers to you. So we need some answers from you before I can proceed to the next different problem.
Different problems?
Yes.
Different problems?
Yep.
Are you very sure?
Okay, I'm not sure.
They are not different problems. They are all the same.
Really? I don't understand. Please enlighten us.
For the disgruntled bhajan singer, ego masqueraded as confidence. I am the best. For the castaway coordinator, ego masquerades as devotion. This is my seva for Swami. Only I can do it better than anyone else. What your conscience or buddhi will do is prick you with uncomfortable questions or comments. Maybe someone else deserved your bhajan spot. Maybe perseverance is better than self-pity.
But Dr. Consciousness, when we are in a negative situation, when we have a lot of negative feelings within us, it's very difficult to understand or realize that this is all God's plan, right? This is all God's will, to just leave it up to what He has planned for us. We just end up listening to what our ego tells us, right? The world is taking our kindness for granted, that we tried our best but nobody cares, right? What do we do then?
So this is where I, Dr. Consciousness, steps in. The role of the ego is to try and do your best. The role of the conscience is to warn when the ego oversteps. The role of the consciousness is to reveal. You are not the body. You are not even the mind.
Okay, but how do we realize this?
Try this exercise. All internal conversations invoking I and my, change it to the mind and the body. My head hurts. The head is hurting. I want to watch a movie. The mind wants to watch a movie.
I'm hungry.
No. The body is hungry.
Okay.
This awareness will help you when life doesn't go your way. You will realize that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You'll feel unaffected because you're going to feel more detached from both your mind and your body.
Wow, do it every moment and you have constant integrated awareness.
Yes, you're right.
On that note, I'm aware that our discussion is coming to an end today.
Hey, by the way, do you know why your show is called Arise and Awake?
Yes, because it's cool.
Yes, of course. And also, it's because in spirituality, self-effort is important. You have to take the first step. You have to first arise, and the awakening will follow close to its heels.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. Sairam.
Sairam.
Thank you, viewers. We will see you again on another edition of Arise and Awake on the Chetty Buddhi Show with me, your Chetty Buddhi. Sairam.
Sri Sathya Sai Baba has always reminded us that the hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray. Sai Ram. In the next item, we will show you various selfless service activities undertaken by Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, Nepal, which includes a major water project to the villagers at the remote hilly corner of Nepal.
Sri Sathya Sai Organization in Nepal has been engaged in various service projects with the sacred purpose of translating selfless love into action, thus spreading the message of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Providing clean drinking water to remote villages is one shining example. Organization has completed a total of 8 drinking water projects thus far. Drinking water project at a rural village allows Sai volunteers to combine multiple service offerings related to Medicare, Educare, Devotion care, and social care in a single setting. Every time Sai volunteers visit a village, they carry a package of service with them. Food distribution, construction, medical camps, counseling, Bal Vikas classes, clothes distribution, blankets distribution are some examples of various services that are bundled up for the beneficiaries. During Gram Seva, the Sai volunteers include local villagers in the same team and perform various activities. In this process of working together and sharing a spirit of selflessness and love with the villagers, there have been many instances of transformation seen in the villages. During 2 separate cataract screening camps conducted at the adopted villages, the volunteers of the organization escorted villagers referred to nearby city hospitals, traveling 60 to 70 kilometers, including muddy, hilly roads, to perform the actual surgeries. In those trips to big cities, many old age villagers were traveling long distances away from their home on a bus for the first time in their life. Sai volunteers took care of these elders as their own parents and grandparents with utmost love and care, even to the extent of feeding them with their own hands. When the time came to say farewell to them and go back to their villages, village elders were all in tears. On top of that, the organization conducted Bal Vikas classes in the village every month. Local teachers and youths get motivated seeing the efforts of Sai youth and are eager to lead these classes themselves. Organizations on the multiple occasions has sponsored travel, lodging and fooding of local teachers to have them gladly attend week-long residential training for teachers. During these visits, Sai volunteers often cook sumptuous meals and offer them to entire villages as Narayan Seva. Villagers often look forward to the days when the white army of youth descend to their villages, filling the heart with soulful bhajans, Veda chanting and providing nourishment in the form of infused with love. On one regular visit to the village, the Sai volunteers met a troubled child who was leading a miserable life. He had lost his mother, father was into alcohol and abusive. Deprived of education, the boy was forced to endure a difficult life in the village. The organization granted him a scholarship at Sri Sathya Sai School, Pokhara. In this way, he got a family along with a chance for a better life. The transformation seen in his lifestyle due to value-based education has made him an inspiration for the villagers. In this way, there are many examples of villagers being positively influenced through various service activities. The ease of accessibility of water often allows villagers to cultivate green vegetables and thus improve their diet. Young and old men have given up alcohol after the onset of various activities of Sai organization. In these villages benefited by the drinking water project, villagers, after seeing the activities of Sai volunteers, start engaging in singing of bhajans and having satsangs. In some of these remote sites, with the encouragement and excitement of the locals, organizations has constructed sadhana buildings where Bal Vikas classes are held and bhajans are conducted. With Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba's infinite compassion, marvelous transformation is witnessed over a period of time. Scarcity, skepticism and doubt slowly gives way to plenty, faith and love, and soon enough villages starts to greet each other with Sai Ram. The Sri Sathya Sai Community Drinking Water Project is a lucid example of the saying that one who has no one has God. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. This human mind, seeking universal truth, should first conquer negative qualities of desire, anger, ego, greed, and jealousy, replacing them with positive qualities of self-confidence, compassion, wisdom, purity, and non-attachment. This is the most fundamental lesson we learn from Gautama Buddha.
Our humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. We, the SSC children of Sri Lanka, with utmost love and gratitude, offer this dance titled Colors of Enlightenment.
The conch generated majestic overtures, blowing away the fury and fierceness of human strife. In its place entered the softness of love and compassion, unity and truth, the pathway to enlightenment. As this victory over evil is achieved through deep meditation, the vibrant colors of enlightenment were emitted by the Buddha.
self-confidence, compassion, wisdom, purity, non-attachment,
नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स.
Salutations to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the Enlightened One.
Jai Sai Ram, we have come to the tail end of today's celebration. On behalf of the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, I would like to thank all of you for your participation. Our next item will be a short discourse by Sri Sathya Sai Baba. This will be followed by bhajans and Mangala Aarti, which will conclude today's Buddha Poornima celebration. Jai Sai Ram.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా, మాటలు మంచివైతే మన చేతనంతా మంచి అవుతాయి.
Your words are good, your actions are bound to be good.
But you can speak always obligingly.
You cannot always oblige, but you can speak obligingly.
కనుకనే serve you and help you.
So serve everybody and help everybody.
The best way to love God is to love all, serve all.
The best way to love God is to love all and serve all.
ఆ రెండింటిని మీరు పెంచుకోండి.
Develop this
అందరినీ
quality.
ప్రేమించండి, అందరినీ సేవించండి.
Love all, serve all.
Man has conquered all అన్నాడు చర్చి.
Churchill said man has conquered all.
But he has not conquered himself.
But he has not conquered himself.
తనను తాను మాత్రం తెలుసుకోలేకుండా పోతున్నాడు మానవుడు.
Man is not able to know himself.
అన్నిటినీ తెలుసుకుంటున్నాడు మానవుడు.
Man knows all the rest of the world.
ప్రయోజనం ఏమిటి?
What is the use then?
తనను తాను తెలుసుకోలేనప్పుడు ఇన్ని తెలుసుకునే ఉపయోగం ఏమిటి?
If you don't know your nature, what is the use by knowing the whole world?
కనుకనే ఈనాటి మానవుడు జగత్తులో ఉన్నటువంటి సర్వమును గుర్తించడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాడు.
Man is making an attempt to know everything of the world.
ఈ సైన్స్ ద్వారా ప్రకృతి యొక్క శీలమునే గుర్తించడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాడు.
With the help of the science, he explores nature.
కానీ మొట్టమొదట నీవెవరు, నీ శీలతత్వం ఏమిటి అని ప్రధానంగా విచారిస్తే అప్పుడు తాను తెలకబడుతున్నాడు.
First understand who you are, your nature.
ప్రతి మానవుని దగ్గర కూడాను ఈ దివ్యత్వము సత్యస్వరూపమై తాండవమాడుతున్నది.
In every man there is divinity latent dancing within.
పుడమేకైగల ప్రతి వ్యక్తికి దగ్గర కూడాను ప్రత్యక్ష దైవమైనటువంటిది సత్యము.
It is the truth that is God present in everyone.
మీరు కాపాడవలసినటువంటిది దేశమును కాదు, పోషించవలసినటువంటి దేశము కాదు. సత్యధర్మమును మీరు పోషిస్తే దేశము సత్యధర్మం చేతనే కాపాడబడుతుంది.
What you are supposed to do is not to protect this country, not to safeguard either. Protect and uphold Satya, truth, Dharma, righteousness. That is enough.
సత్యధర్మంలో కాపాడినప్పుడే జగత్తంతా కూడాను సుక్షేమంగా ఉంటుంది.
When Satya and Dharma are upheld, the welfare of humanity is ensured.
ఈ జగత్తంతా ఇక్కడను సత్యధర్మములపైనే ఆధారపడి ఉన్నది.
The entire universe rests on Satya and Dharma.
సత్యంబునందుండి సర్వంబు సృష్టించే సత్యంబునందనగే సర్వ సృష్టి.
The entire universe has truth as its origin, and finally the universe merges back into the truth.
Sai Baba Baba yang mulia, Prema Baba Bala Baba. Guru Tama Sadguru Deva.
ಮಹಾವೀರ ಯೇಷು ಪಿತಾ ಎಂಬೋ ದುರಾಕ್ಷ ಮಹಾವೀರ ಯೇಷು ಪಿತಾ ಎಂಬೋ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಎಂಬೋಂ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಎಂಬೋ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಎಂಬೋ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಎಂಬೋ வேறென்னவானாலும் பரம்பொருள் ஒன்றே மதமென்னவானாலும் மனிதரும் ஒன்றே நம் தந்த இறைவன் நாம் அவர் பிள்ளை அவர் புகழ் பாடி பெருமின்பம் கோடி
शरण सोया सत्य साई तुम्हारी शिरडी साई तुम्हारी ओ बे शरण सोया सत्य साई तुम्हारी शिरडी साई तुम्हारी ओ बे शरण सोया
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपदान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं मर्यन्तयुनीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंतको मंगल आरती अंतको मंगल गिरिकाय ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।